Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to whip up a pinch pot using some recycled clay, and we're going to be using stoneware for this. So before we begin, I just wanted to remind you that this is just so cool. Here's a granite rock I dug up from a field, and a million years ago, that's what this piece of clay was some granite rock. So to begin with, the first thing you're going to do is we're going to pound it into a circle, into a ball, not a circle, a round clump. You're going to use this part of your hands, not your fingers, this part of your hand to push the clay and get it into a round ball. So you can see that usually when I make pinch pots, I stand up because I think it's kind of a full body exercise. I'm not rolling it in between my hands. I'm not rolling it on the table. I just pushed it between this part and this part of my hands, and I was able to get it into a round ball. So making a pinch pot is similar to making a pot on the wheel in the idea that we're going to be turning it the entire time, and we're going to be keeping it in our hand the entire time. I don't want you to set it down when you're pinching. It needs to stay into your hand. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide where I'm going to drill my hole, and it seems to me like this looks pretty round and pretty even. I'm going to hold it with my non-dominant hand in the concave of my hand. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to push and turn and push and turn and push and turn and push and turn. And you can see the entire time when I'm pushing, I'm turning the clay. If I just push it straight down, it's not going to be in the center of the clay anymore, and my pot's not going to be even. So I'm pushing and turning and pushing and turning and pushing and turning and pushing and turning. Okay, I've kind of got a little groove going on. You can see it's sort of rhythmic. Then I need to think, okay, well, let's see. I can feel my thumb, and I can tell that if I go much farther, I'm going to go right through the bottom of the pot. So I'm just going to, ideally in the end, we want our walls to be 1/4 of an inch. And 1/4 of an inch looks like about from here to here. I don't know if you can see that. It's not, maybe the thickness of like a pancake. Eventually. So we may not get there today, but we're definitely going to get our walls to be nice and thin so our pot's not heavy and obnoxious. So there's the hole. I'm ready to get started. So after I drill the hole, I need to go in and start to widen out the bottom of the pot. And so I'm going to take my thumb in the inside, and I'm just going to push like this. So this is the motion. I'll go slow motion. Okay, slow motion, and I'm going to put my thumb in there all the way, and I'm going to just widen out the bottom of my pot. So I'm not pinching, I'm just taking and pushing my pushing my thumb up against the wall of the pot. Okay, now I'm ready to start the pinch pot process of the pinch pot. So I'm going to pinch like this. You know, like if I was going to pinch you and I was pinch your under the arm like this, that's how I would pinch. Well, a pinch pot really, you have to pretend your fingers are kind of broken, and you need to pinch like this. So this becomes what I'm pinching with in the inside, and this is what I'm pinching with the outside. Not with my fingers. If I pinch like this, I'm going to leave all sorts of little holes in my pot, and I don't want that. So I'm going to start at the bottom, then I'm going to move to the middle, then I'm going to move to the top. So my thumb goes in the inside, always your thumb in the inside. I'm going to take it and I'm going to start pinching. So pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. What I'm doing is touching every single surface of the pot. Pinch pots take a long time to make if you want to do them well. Pinch, turn, pinch, turn. And I bet you were thinking, and I'm going to still keep pinching while I'm talking to you, I bet you were thinking, that's what it looks like. Boy, that's not very much clay. Well, we're going to thin it out. It's going to end up being a pretty big pot. Remember that our clay shrinks by 15%. So I'm still pinching and turning, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, and I'm only pinching this area here. So after about 2 full rotations where I can tell I've pinched the whole surface, I'm going to begin to move up to the middle and pinch and turn. So I just move my hands up the wall. I'm done with the bottom. Now I'm going to work on the middle, and I'm going to pinch and turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. I usually just, get some music on, and I'm just pinching and turning, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Baby turns. You can see that's just really slow, and really I'm just being steady, not being silly, not over pinching, just a little bit at a time, and my hand is starting to cramp up, and that's a good sign. That's pretty normal. So this is what my pot looks like now. So I've pinched the bottom, and I've pinched the middle. Now it's time to pinch the top, and that's where it's going to open up. So I'm going to put my thumb in the inside, so I've got the bottom done, the middle, and now it's time for the top. So I'm same thing as before. I'm not pinching like this. I'm pinching with like straight fingers. Start right here. Pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Don't rush it. If you rush this, your pot's going to look like you rushed it, and it's going to be all janky and wonky. And if you notice, my pot is very round still. It's, it's looking really good. It's because I'm completely, the whole time I'm working, I'm pinching it. Pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Pinch, 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 pinch. As you're working, if you need to turn on the video and stop the video from time to time and pinch along, you sure can. So this is ideally what we want. I don't want it too wide. I don't want it with a flat bottom. It's nice and round. So then the last thing I'm going to do today, because after this it just needs to firm up. You can see in my interior, hold it up there. Can you see all my little finger marks in the inside? I'm going to take it and I'm going to smooth it down. So the way I do that, I'm just going to use my hands. I'm not using any other supply. I'm going to hold my hand like this, and I'm going to put my pot in it and make it face me. So here I am. Here, this is me right here. So my pot is in the concave of my hand, and I'm holding it on the side of my hand like this. I'm going to take this finger, and I'm going to smooth. Let's see, smooth and turn, smooth and turn. And what this is going to do, so now I'm smoothing it, because it's in the concave of my hand, I'm taking the clay and compressing it into my hand right here. So I'm going to take it, smooth it out, turn it, smooth it out. Hold it like a baby bird. Turn it, smooth it out, turn it, smooth it out, turn it, smooth it out, smooth it out. Just keep turning, keep it in your hand, smooth it out. Let's talk about a couple things while I'm smoothing. The first day of any clay project always looks terrible, looks kind of funny, and like seriously, this is going to turn into a creature pot. I don't think so, Crafty. Yeah, just trust me. First day of any clay project, it looks a little rough. I'm only a few minutes into a project that I'm going to probably take 3 hours on. So this is just the basis. I'm just forming it. You can see that I'm still smoothing and I'm still turning. Still turning, still turning. Oh yeah, that's looking good. So this is what my pot looks like right now. I know that the top is uneven, but I've got a trick later to figure that out. So that's the interior. And then now it's time to just let it sit. So I'm just going to set my pinch pot on my bat. This is a bat. This is actually it's a board, but in the pottery world, we call this a bat. And I'm just going to make sure, I'm just going to tap it down to make sure that my pot's not going to jiggle or wiggle, so I can work on it again tomorrow. Just maybe pinching the rim with my thumb in the interior. I'm never pinching like this. I'm never pinching with my hand in the inside and pinching. My thumb is always supporting the wall, and anytime I pinch my pot, it's a baby pinch. It's very, very gentle, and it's a very light pressure. I'm always turning my pot. Okay, so this little pinch pot, it's an inanimate object, so technically it's not a guy. This little piece of clay, this little pot, needs to be covered with plastic. And to do that, you're just going to take a plastic bag, which I have right here. Mr. Carlson and I have, both of us, I think, have baggies to put these in Ziplocs. This is a Ziploc freezer bag. You're going to take it, slide it into the bag, the bat and the pot. Ooh, be careful, because you don't want to, after all that pinching work, you don't want any trouble. Then I'm going to make sure that my name is on my bag with a piece of tape. You are responsible for making sure that your clay is airtight. So I'm going to take it and seal it in my bag. And I'm going to take a piece of blue tape or a piece of tape, write my name on it with a Sharpie, and then I'm ready to wait, and then we're going to work on this again tomorrow.